السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. إنه من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. عباد الله, all praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and seek His aid and we ask His forgiveness, Jalla Jalaluh. Verily, ikhwani wa akhwati fillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have wiped us all of the creation of the face of the earth if we were a group of people who sinned and asked His forgiveness. And this shows you and indicates the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how azim it is. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He was to hold account to every single person for the sins that they committed, there wouldn't be a single person left on the face of the earth. But Allah forgives most of it, that we are aware of and that we are unaware of. Ikhwati wa akhawati fillah, as you can see from the ayyam, from the days we are getting closer to Yawm al-Qiyamah. One of the signs is that the barakah of time is uplifted. And the ayyam and the days become shortened, where a year will feel like a month, and the month will feel like a week, and the week will feel like a day, and the day will feel like a minute. Many of us, Ikhwani, we can confirm that we can already feel that in our lives, and how quick time is going, and how quick the days are going by. One of the main one of the most important things for a believer to understand is, no matter what takes place in your hayat, the dunya, what's going on, you're always coming back to the Quran and the Sunnah. These are your guide tools. This is where you go back to, and this is where your hidayah is. This is how you're supposed to navigate through life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasn't left us alone, but through His mercy, Jalla Jalaluh, He has sent down the Quran. And with it, He can send down the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to explain to us. As we are getting closer to the hour, we can see a lot of tafarruq and a lot of fitr, a lot of groups that are emerging, claiming that they follow that, like I said, follow the Quran and the Sunnah correctly. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasn't left us behind except for the glad tidings that He's given us. Is it clear? Oh, that side of it. Okay. I got it on. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إِنَّ فِي الْجَنَّةِ لَغُرَفًا يُرَى ظُهُورِهَا من بطونها وبطونها من ظهورها فقالوا لمن يا رسول الله قال لمن أطاب الكلام وأفشى السلام وأطعم الطعام والداوم على الصيام وصلوا بالليل والناس نيام. The Prophet ﷺ gave us a glad tidings, and he told us that in the Jannah, that in paradise there are rooms, غرفة. There are rooms in paradise, يُرَى ظُهُورِهَا مِنْ بُطُونِهَا وَبُطُونِهَا مِنْ ظُهُورِهَا. That you can see the outside from the inside and the inside from the outside. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared those rooms for people who fulfill the next thing that I'm going to mention. Likewise, إخواني أخواتي في الله, in the Jannah, as the Hadith al-Qudsi said, أَعْدَدْتُ لِعِبَادِيَ الصَّالِحِينَ. But Allah has prepared for His righteous slave, مَا لَا عَيْنٌ رَأَتْ, that which no eye has seen, وَلَا أُذُنٌ سَمِعَتْ, that which no ear has ever heard of, وَلَا خَطْرَ عَلَى قَلْبِهِ الْبَشَرِ, that which no mind has ever imagined, or that which no mind has ever imagined. So nobody knows what Jannah looks like. No jinn, no human being has ever seen Jannah or experienced it, except Adam alayhi salatu wassalam. And as we know, Ikhwani, Allah has prepared those rooms for the companions were also the companions were always eager to find out. The companions were also eager to find out what the next words of the Prophet ﷺ were going to be. So the Prophet ﷺ said, Liman, another riwayah, an Arabi, who wanted to know his religion, stood up and asked for whom. The Prophet ﷺ said, Liman atab al-kanam, the one who is gentle, lenient, and soft-spoken, the one who has good akhlaq when he speaks. Liman atab al-kanam. If we just stop on there, Ikhwani Akhawati Fillah, and just concentrate on this first part of the hadith. Liman atab al-kalam. Why? As you know, Ikhwani Akhawati Fillah, in the next upcoming days, we are going to embark on the best days on the face of the earth. And some of the other teachers, bismillah, they will cover that lesson, the days of the Hijjah, which the Prophet ﷺ said, مَا مِنْ أَيَّامٍ الْعَمَلُ الصَّالِحَ أَحَبُّ إِلَى اللَّهِ مِنْ هَذِهِ الْأَيَّامِ. There are no days in which the good deeds are more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than these 10 days. There are also the days, Ikhwani wa Akhawati Fillah, which is the most painful days to a shaitan. In it there is a day of Arafah, a day where most people will be freed from the hellfire. A day when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes down to the first dunya, to the first heaven. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala feeds people on that day. And as you know, Ikhwani wa Akhawati Fillah, it was also the day when Allah spoke to Musa. And Allah has completed the 10, 40 to 10. وَأَتْمَمْنَاهَا بِعَشَرٍ فَتَمَّ مِيقَاتُ رَبِّي. This was the day some of the ulama have said that Allah spoke to Musa. It is also a day, Ikhwani wa Akhawati Fillah, where all of us were gathered together, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أَلَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ قَالُوا بَلَى. He said, am I not your Lord? And we all said, Bala. And most of us forgot about it. Coming back to that day, Ikhwani, there will be some people who will go into these 10 days and come out of it like nothing happened because of their tongue. Their tongue will be the reason, ikhwani wa akhawati fillah, that the good deeds will be wiped out. The tongue will be the reason, ikhwani wa akhawati fillah, why in the days of Ramadan the iman built up and they became different people. And as soon as Ramadan finished, you'll find that they've gone back to their old habits because of this tongue. This tongue, ikhwani, it is a flesh which has no bones, but yet it can destroy civilization and ruin the world. We have seen that in the dunya today. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He spoke to Musa and Harun, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, اذهبا إلى فرعون إنه طغى. Musa, Fir'aun, who are the best people on the face of the earth. Go to Fir'aun. اذهبا, both of you, go to Fir'aun. إنه طغى. For Fir'aun has transgressed. What did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say in the next ayah? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَقُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا لَعَلَّهُ يَتَذَكَّرُ أَوْ يَخْشَى. Musa and Harun go to Fir'aun for he has transgressed. فَقُولَا لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا. So speak to him with words that are gentle and kind and soft. لَعَلَّهُ يَتَذَكَّرُ. So that Fir'aun, who was the oppressor, the tyrant, the one who claimed that he was Allah, the one who said, أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى, that I am your Lord the Most High, the one who wanted people to worship him, the Taghut of his time. What did he say? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَقُولَ لَهُ قَوْلًا لَيِّنًا. SubhanAllah, look at that. Allah said, go and speak to him with words that are kind. لَعَلَّهُ يَتَذَكَّرُ. So that he may what? Contemplate, that he may think, that he may ponder. أَوْ يَخْشَى. And that perhaps he may fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and come back. There is a hikmah in this ayah, ikhwani wa akhawati fillah. One of the biggest fitna that we are facing here in the West Midlands, in the United Kingdom, is this da'wah of harshness and this da'wah of jarh wa jarh, where people are just rough and tough, and at the same time he thinks and she thinks that she's upon the haqq, and he believes that he's upon the haqq. You being on the haqq is following the Quran the way it was revealed to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And anything outside of that has nothing to do with our religion. So also from our deen, ikhwani wa akhawati fillah, and being upon the haqq, and being upon the salafiyah, and being upon that which the companions of Ridwanullah alayhim ajma'in were, is good akhlaq and good character. And as you can clearly see in this hadith, that Allah has prepared rooms for those people who, لمن ألان الكلام, لمن أطاب الكلام, those who are gentle and those who have good akhlaq with their speech. What is the purpose, ikhwani wa akhawati fillah? The person memorized the Quran. And he's done everything that he can imagine. Memorize the Bukhari, memorize Muslim, memorize the 40 hadith. But then comes the days of the Hijjah, and he spends his time in being aggressive with the people. And he spends the next 10 days of the Hijjah being foul mouthed and being rough and tough with the people. What fa'idah and benefit has it brought to this person? If you are reading the Quran on one part and you're making the people run away from the other side. A qissa on a sister who accepted Islam. She went to Egypt and spent some time over there, and she was making a dhikr with what they call the tasbih. You know that thing that you see the elders sometimes have? She was making a dhikr, and somebody was brutally rough with her and spoke to her very harshly and said, this is not from the sunnah, throw this away. And shortly after that, the sister left the deen of Islam because of this harshness, this roughness and toughness. And people don't realize that sometimes you can cure problems. And you can cure a lot of jahl and pain that people are experiencing just by correcting the way you speak to them. Just by being gentle with the creation. And this could be also one of the reasons that you may enter into the Jannah, Yawm al-Qiyamah, because of this. He spends the days, the best 10 days of the Hijjah, worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reciting the Quran, and saying the best thing that which all the Prophets said. The Prophet said, خَيْرُ مَا قُلْتْ أَنَّ وَالنَّبِيُّونَ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَحْدَهُ لَا شَرِيكَ لَهُ الْمُلْكُ وَلَهُ الْحَمْدُ وَعَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. The Prophet said, the best that I said and all of the Prophets said is La ilaha illallah, wahdahu la sharika la, lahu al-mulku wa lahu al-hamdu wa ala kulli shay'in qadir. That is something that a person should say on the day of Arafah and the other days too, including the takbirat. Well, what is the point, ikhwani, if a person says that, and the moment he's not making that dhikr, he has the worst thing to say. He has a clash with his wife, he has a misunderstanding with his children, or he has a clash with the people that pray with him in the masjid. He gets outside the masjid right now, gets in his car, trying to go home or whatever, and he gets into a road rage. And the kalam that's flying out of his mouth, he will think, Subhanallah wa bihamdi. What is taking place here? And this is the hal and the condition of some people, ikhwan. That we are the reason that are pushing the people away from our deen because of our akhlaq. And alhamdulillah, we have a lot of good brothers and sisters who adapt this and who make sure that they're on top of their akhlaq. They always have the best thing, they always have the best thing to say and the best to offer. So Al-Jannah, and those rooms are prepared in the Jannah for those people who are gentle in their speech, those who are soft-spoken, those who speak good to the people. Likewise, Ikhwani wa Akhawati fillah, coming back to the other part of the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, وَأَفْشُ السَّلَامِ, and they are the people who spread the salam. As you know, Ikhwani, as-salam is one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's also a dua. And on top of that, you gain the reward of giving the salam. How beautiful is it to spread the salam most of the time that you can, without any cost. You won't be charged for it, you won't be taxed, nothing will be coming out of your pocket. But at the same time, you will gain so much amount of reward. Some of us, we have problems at home. We have problems with our brothers. We have problems with the masjid, with the people who are here with us. The reason why is because we don't spread the salam. We don't make that dua for each other. This is why we're in each other's neck, worldwide, wherever we are. Afshu salam. Coming back to the third one, وَأَطْعِمُ الطَّعَامِ, feeding the people. As you can see, Ikhwan, in this hadith, for those, الَّذِي يَفْشُمْ بِالْإِشَارَةِ, the one that will know, it is things that we have fulfilled during the month of Ramadan. All of the things that I'm mentioning here, we have done it, and we have ticked all the boxes during the month of Ramadan. And as soon as Ramadan comes, a lot of problems take place. The attacks of shaitan, the attacks of the shayateen and the jinn and the ins, the propaganda, the dunya, the problem, bills and whatnot. So people sometimes, we forget about this reality. So وَأَفْشُ السَّلَامِ وَأَطْعِمُ الطَّعَامِ, feeding the poor. As you can know, Ikhwani, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us about a conversation that will be held with the people who are in Jahannam. The people in Jahannam, they will be questioned. What caused you to be in that state? They will say four things. قَالُوا لَمْ نَكُ مِنَ الْمُصَلِّينَ. We in the dunya, we never used to pray the salah. وَلَمْ نَكُ نُطْعِمُ الْمِسْكِينَ. We never used to feed the poor. وَكُنَّا نُكَذِّبُ بِهِ كُنَّا نَخُوضُ مَعَ الْخَائِضِينَ. We used to indulge in talk, idle talk that has no benefit. وَكُنَّا نُكَذِّبُ بِيَوْمِ الدِّينِ. We used to deny the existence of their judgment حَتَّى أَتَانَا الْيَقِينَ, until death and certainty came to us. So as you can see, Ikhwani and Akhawati fillah, feeding the poor, feeding the orphan, it has a great, tremendous reward in our deen. It's also one of the reasons why you're entered into the Jannah. Coming back to the last part, وَصَلُّوا بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّاسُ نِيَامٌ, and they pray during the night and people are asleep. As you know, Ikhwani, when it comes to the Salah, the night prayer, we have done that in Ramadan. Salatul Taraweeh, we prayed it behind the Imam, and قام رمضان إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. Whoever stands, whoever prays, whoever stands in Ramadan, Iman, hoping the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with belief, with certainty. واحتسابا, hoping that reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with faith and hoping that reward, his previous sins will be forgiven. Whoever starts with the Iman, finishes with the Iman, you will get the reward of praying the whole night. We've done all of that during the month of Ramadan. But how many of us have taken that quality and that good ibadah with us after the month of Ramadan? Now we are going into the best 10 days of the Hijjah, the best 10 days on the face of the earth, even better 10 days than the days of Ramadan. How many of us are taking that into the Hijjah and we're going to practice that? The Shaitan, Ikhwani, he's constantly waging war with us day and night. Doesn't care about the color of your skin, your height, doesn't care about your money, your career, doesn't care whether you come to the masjid or not. His job and his aim is to make sure that you don't get those rooms in Al-Jannah. يُرَى ظُهُورِهَا مِنْ بُطُونِهَا وَبُطُونِهَا مِنْ ظُهُورِهَا. His aim, his goal is to make sure that you don't get those rooms in Jannah, which the fruits are eternal and his shades are everlasting. He doesn't want you to get that Jannah where there is no bukhl and there's no hasad, there's no envy, there's no jealousy, there's no depression, there's no anxiety, there is no pain, there's no backset, there's no drama, there's no looking forward to bills, none of that stuff. Jannah is eternity, happiness. أُكُلُهَا دَائِمٌ, his fruits are eternal, underneath which rivers flow, that which only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows of, and He's prepared it for His righteous slave. And when it comes to Al-Qiyam, Ikhwani, Ikhtiram al-Layl is one of the reasons why people will be raised in high ranks in the Day of Judgment. And if you look at Qiyam al-Layl, Ikhwani, it brings a glow to people's faces. It opens the doors of knowledge. It opens the doors of rizq. It opens the doors of happiness. It increases your iman. And it also brings the rida, the happiness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Umar ibn Khattab, when he was asked on his deathbed, one of the last things that he said is, one of the regrets that he has was that he did not pray more Qiyamul Layl. We know how Umar was with his salah. We know how serious they were. Qiyamul Layl is one of the practices of all of the righteous slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All of the companions, all of the tabi'een, all of these muhaddithin, all of the people who have reached the pinnacle of success in our deen observe Qiyamul Layl. But the reason is, ikhwani akhwatillah, we find it difficult is our sins and our lack of motivation when it comes to the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now with regards to the Qiyamul Layl, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam said the best prayer after the obligatory one is the night prayer. And this is narrated in the Muslim. As you know, ikhwani, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he used to stand in Qiyam so long that his feet would become swollen. And that's how serious he took Qiyamul Layl. Who did he cry for? He cried for me and you. Ummati, ummati. He made a dua for us, even though today we can see the disrespects and the attacks on the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And as we know recently, ikhwani, the shayateen of the ins, propaganda after propaganda, love to insult the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, love to insult Abu Bakr, Umar, and Aisha radiallahu anha, and say things that we can't even say in this masjid. But yet, ikhwani, what shocks me the most is that we have people that will say, let's unite with those people. If you insulted my mother right now, and you called her things that we can't even mention in his name, am I going to unite with you? If somebody insulted your mother, would you unite with them and pray with them and hold hands with them and celebrate? So this is the reality that we're living in today, ikhwani. We have people who will curse the companions, curse Abu Bakr, curse Umar, curse Uthman, and believe that even Jibreel made a mistake of going to the Prophet ﷺ, and he should have gone and given the wahi to Ali ibn Talib, because they believe that all of the companions were kuffar, except Ali and the people of Ahl al-Bayt. Wallahi al-Azim, ikhwani, it's a dangerous belief, a khatir, a dangerous belief. What we need to understand, ikhwani, is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose his companion, as-Siddiq, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. If you place his iman on one side and the entire ummah on the other, Abu Bakr would have outweighed him. Abu Bakr was called as-Siddiq for a reason. When the Prophet ﷺ, when the mushrikeen of Mecca were torturing the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and yet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam yet showed so much good akhlaq to them, and yet ikhwani, he also had the opportunity to wipe them out. The Prophet ﷺ, ikhwani, was ar-Rahim, mercy sent to mankind. Who aided and helped him? It was Abu Bakr, it was Umar radiallahu anhu, and they were the most merciful people walking on the face of the earth. And today we have people ikhwani cursing and mocking both of them. As you understand, ikhwani akhwati fillah, Aisha radiallahu anha, she is the ummahat al-mu'mineen. Allah chose her above the seven heavens. And there's a reason why, ikhwani, they are the blueprint to our religion. Nobody can practice al-Islam without those companions. We can't practice Islam without Aisha radiallahu anha. We can't practice Islam without Ali, Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman, and Ali. Nor the Ahl al-Bayt. What we need to understand, ikhwani akhwati fillah, is alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent ulama to us to explain to us the deen, the fiqh, and the understanding of our religion. Nothing was left behind except that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with ulama, tulab al-ilm, and hufaz of the Quran, wherever we are as an ummah. So clinking back to that which the first three generations clinged on to. Coming back to the last part of Qiyamul Layl, ikhwani, the time when a man becomes nearest to his Lord is in the middle and the last part of the night. So if you can be amongst those people who remember Allah, then please be so. Likewise, ikhwani, the Salafs, they used to hate wasting time, especially when it comes to the last part of the night. Abu Salman al-Darani said, those who pray in the night enjoy, when they are absorbed in the night prayer, than the people who pass time. He said, for those people, the night, he said for us, for me, he said, nothing is more beloved to me than absorbing the night prayer. And as you can see, ikhwan, when it comes to the Qiyamul Layl, these people do not play around with it. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes down to the Sama al-Dunya, the last part of the night, in a way that befits His Majesty. We don't know how, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes down to the Sama al-Dunya in a way that befits His Majesty. And he said, هَلْ مِنْ دَاعٍ فَأَسْتَجِيبَ لَهُ. Is there anyone who's asking me for anything so I can give it to him? Is there anyone who wants an istighfar so I can forgive it? And some of us, ikhwani, nobody in this masjid is problem-free or stress-free. Everybody's dealing with something that we don't know of. Somebody could be diagnosed with cancer, maybe a relative that they have. Somebody could be in severe debt. Somebody could be going through depression. Somebody could be going through something that we don't know. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows the hal and the condition of it. So why is it that we don't wake up at this hour of the night, we consult with him and ask him subhanahu wa ta'ala for help and assistance? And you watch how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help you and aid you, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always helps those who call unto him. Jalla Jalaluhu. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين ما بعد. As we've spoken about, إخواني وأخواتي في الله, we spoke about those rooms in Al-Jannah, غرفة يرى ظهورها من بطونها. You can see from the outside, the inside, and the inside from the outside. When it comes to the Jannah, إخواني, Jannah is real. Allah is haqq and Allah is real. He's the first and nothing comes before him. And Allah is the last and nothing comes after him. هو الأول, He's one. الواحد الأحد. And nothing associate, or we don't associate any partners with him. Jalla Jalal. We believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala وحده لا شريك له. We don't believe that Isa ibn Maryam, that he's the son of God. We don't believe that Allah has any partners. We believe in him one. وحده. And unfortunately, this is something that's under attack. And some of our shabab are having doubts even about that. So we need to do a bit more in doing the work of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, making sure that people follow that correctly. And when it comes to Al-Jannah, Ikhwani, Jannah requires action. It doesn't come for free. Yet yes, people will enter into the Jannah through the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But it also requires al-amal. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in many ayats He says, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. You go check in the Quran, how many ayahs come back over and over and over again saying that? Why didn't Allah say just those who do righteous deeds? Because it requires the right aqeedah and the right belief, those who believe in Allah correctly, and then do the righteous deeds. For them is the Jannah, which the rivers flow underneath. So Al-Jannah requires action. And what more better, Shaykhwani Akhawati Fillah, to prepare yourself for the next 10 days of Al-Hijjah, which is going to come in about 10, 11 days, and prepare yourself. Don't only a single day of the Ayyam of the Hijjah go by, except that you change something into your life. Except that the alaqah and the connection that's between you and Allah has increased and improved. Right now, Ikhwani, when we look at our phones and our broadbands at home, if the signal is weak or it buffers when we're on our TV, we get upset. Why is it buffering? Why are we struggling on the WhatsApp phone call to our family? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? We will make sure that we chase that network and we find out why is this happening, whoever it may be. But why is it that when it comes to our connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even though we know our connection is buffering and it's weak and that connection with Allah is not there, we're missing salah, months have gone by, we didn't make a dua, we didn't make the adhkar, we didn't connect to Allah, we didn't ask Allah's forgiveness, but yet we don't seem to bother or care. Because that's some of our hal and our condition. When only time when we call to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is when something painful happens to us. And even then we are still blaming Allah. Why is He doing this to us? You see the difference? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the correct understanding and the correct fiqh of the deen of Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teach us and enlighten us and bless us the way He's blessed the Prophet and his companions. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teach our deen correctly. May Allah grant us the ability to understand the Quran and the Sunnah the way Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman, and Ali, and Aisha radiallahu anhuma understood it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us one of those people who meet the Prophet on the Day of Judgment. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unite us with Him, Jalla Jalaluhu. May He keep our hearts firm upon the Quran and the Sunnah. May He keep our hearts firm upon the Quran and the Sunnah. May He not allow us to deviate from His path, Jalla Jalaluhu. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rectify all of our affairs. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rectify all of our affairs. May He grant us good in this dunya and in the akhirah. May He grant us that strong connection with Him, Jalla Jalaluhu, that never breaks. May He make us one of those people who remember Him during the days and the night. May He grant us the ability to worship Him throughout the whole days of Dhul Hijjah and come out of those days of the Hijjah pure and forgiven from all sins. May He protect us from the traps of the shaitan. May He protect us from the traps of the shaitan. May He open our eyesight to the traps of the shaitan. May He protect us from the adu of Islam. May He protect the Muslims wherever they are on the face of the earth. May He help the orphans and the poor and the needy. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from those people who feed the poor. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from those people who are gentle with their speech. May He make us from those people who spread the salam. May He make us from those people who absorb the qiyam al-layl during the night, that which no person is aware of. May He keep our hearts sincere, Jalla Jalaluh. May He protect us from falling into shirk, knowingly and unknowingly. May He protect us from the shirk, falling into it knowingly and unknowingly. May He make us from the people of the Tawheed. May He make us from the people of the Tawheed. May He make us from the people of the Tawheed. May He make us from the people who follow the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us to understand His Tawheed properly and correctly. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from those people who call unto Him Jalla Jalaluh alone without committing any shirk within Jalla Jalaluh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from those people who love the Quran and the Sunnah the way the companions loved in Jalla Jalaluh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us good in this dunya and the hereafter. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
استوى اعتدلوا أقيموا صفوفكم وسدوا الخلل. Straighten the rows, go to ankle and shoulder to shoulder. And please, ikhwani, switch off the mobile phones or put them on silent, whichever you prefer. And وصل الصف وصل الله. Whoever connects الصف Allah will connect it. Whoever disconnects Allah will disconnect it. استوى اعتدلوا. Yep. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى. الله سمع الله لمن حمده
الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Well,